So I started today's dish by pouring 1 bag of Cheetos right into the bottom of our crock pot basin. I used baked. You can use whatever kind you like. I like those baked. They taste just as good with about half the fat as regular Cheetos. And then on top of that, I went 2 pounds of ground beef sauteed. Now I used 90% lean ground beef, so it's more protein, less fat, but still tons of flavor. You just squeeze it on out of the tube, just like that, right on into our saute pan. And then once you get it going, you can go ahead and season it however you like. I like a little bit of spice. This Mrs. Dash Chipotle seasoning is just great. You want to go pretty heavy to get that 2 pounds of ground beef nice and well seasoned, perfectly cooked through. All done just like that. Into the crock pot it went after we strained it. So then from here, a few more delicious ingredients, fast and easy. 1 can of red enchilada sauce. Pour it right over top of that ground beef. This is just going to bring out some tremendous flavor, some spice, and it's going to pour and drizzle down into those Cheetos as well. Next, we're going to add 2 cans of refried beans right on top of that enchilada sauce and that sauteed ground beef. I use fat-free refried beans to cut out those fat calories as much as possible. These beans are great. They've got tons of fiber in them, and if you don't know, some of the longest living populations of the world, one thing they all have in common, they eat lots of beans. And refried beans are just one delicious bean that you can incorporate in the diet to help add lots and lots of fiber, some protein as well. And look at that, that can came out nice and easy. Perfectly easy. Now let's just spread it on over top of that ground beef so we get every bit of that delicious refried bean flavor, taste, and nutrients on top. Next, I'm going to bring in about 1/3 of a jar of sour cream. Now I'm using light sour cream, so it cuts out that fat again. So we're trying to make this recipe delicious and just savory and just awesome, but by cutting out those fat calories where we can, but still preserving the flavors. And this sour cream is so delicious. It tastes just like the original, if you ask me, with just a little bit of fat. And then 1 small can of mild green chilies. These chilies are delicious. Add in a little bit of veggies, a little bit of greenery, a little bit of spicy flavor, but not too spicy at all. And you can get a medium too if you want a little bit hotter than that. Now I'm going to add in some more seasoning on top. Let's bring back in that chipotle seasoning that I started off with in the ground beef. We're going to add in some more because I like it spicy, but you can do it however you like. And I'm going a couple tablespoons of that Southwestern chipotle seasoning, and then one of my favorite herbs or spices to use, some garlic. I'm going to go about a tablespoon of garlic. Not super heavy in this one, but just enough to really get that garlic flavor a little bit added in there, just to add a little bit of touch of garlic spice. And then some chili powder. Again, you do not have to use this if you don't like it too spicy, but I like a little bit of spice and a good amount of seasonings to really bring the flavors alive in the dish. And a little bit of iodized sea salt. We're just going to go about 2 teaspoons of sea salt in there. And then next, more flavor. We're going to bring in another jar of that red enchilada sauce to finish off right over top of the mild green chilies and the sour cream and the refried beans. So we get even more of that delicious enchilada flavor, just smothering it. Totally awesome. Now, some Mexican cheese. I got some shredded cheese right over top, and I think this is going to work just perfectly in the crock pot. And this is reduced fat, so again, we're cutting down the fat. Lots of awesome dairy flavor, more protein, less fat in this variety of shredded cheese. But if you do not want that reduced fat, you can use regular as well. Off to a great start. So easy. Smells great already. Let's get this thing cooking. We just got to go on high for about 30 minutes, and then it'll be ready to go. I'll see you then. All right, it's been 30 minutes on high. Oh, wow. Look how great that looks. It looks as great as it smells. Beautiful. Let's get a bowl and a nice taste of this. I'm going to get all the way down, see if we can get a little bit of Cheetos. What a cheese pull. Beautiful. Look at all that ground beef. So wonderful. Nice. Oh, it smells fantastic. I'm so happy right now. Here we go. Fantastic. And I didn't even have to wait that long. Got some Cheetos. Oh, yes. Absolutely awesome. You guys got to give this a shot.